Alrighty, here we are again, folks, with another under 7-minute beer review here in Paley, Pennsylvania on a lovely Friday afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-60s, and I made it successfully back from Phoenixville last Friday night, and bus rides weren't too bad. Phoenixville was very nice. And this is one of the breweries up there. Their name is Stable 12. This is, I think, one of their flagship India Pale Ales, brewed with lactose. 5.8% alcohol per volume, so not too terribly strong. And it's called Sugar Coated Pony Kisses. So there you go. And there's the label. And there's all the information on the back in case you want to look at all that good stuff. Alright. In a big 16-ounce can. Let's pop it open and bit active there. Well, that's all right. Par for the course these days. Anyway, here we go. We got a nice head going here on the beer. See how we do. See if we can almost fit it all in there before the head gets to the top. Yeah, anyway, save some for later. You can swish it around and dump it into me. Alrighty, so nice hazy beer. Still sort of see my hand through it. Nice 2-finger white head, and let's see the aroma. Ooh, nice mango-y. A little bit of grapefruit. Angry dog. Over there in the background, let's see, does it say what hops were used in the making of this beer? It does not. So I have to assume the usual Citra, Strata, something else tasty, maybe a little bit of a white wine grape flavor in there. Anyway, cheers everyone. Ooh, that's good. I like these IPAs when they don't put too much of that lactose in there. It does smooth out the rough edges of the mouthfeel quite nicely, and gives this one a nice. Well, for me, a lot of these tend to start tasting like grapefruit. Which I don't really mind. A little bit of pineapple coming in strong now as the beer slowly warms on the front porch. Do have to remember to get these out of the fridge earlier before starting this project, but anyway, now that's proper haze. Let's see what we get here this time. You got more of the pineapple kind of bleeding through. But all in all, very, very nice. Under 6%, nice little front porch beer for the afternoon. Sorry, barking dogs make me nervous. Yeah, so anyway, nice trip to Phoenixville last week. Got this beer, got an Imperial Coffee Oatmeal Stout from the Rebel Hill people, and just a straight up pale ale from the other folks' name I can never remember that's up there. Rock something or other. Well, we'll figure it out when we get there. I had a lovely appetizer, a Stable 12 as well, some very well seasoned tater tots with a good sriracha ketchup, very, very tasty. I'll probably be back in the fall when, after the World Cup and tourist season all kind of dies down around here. But yeah, Stable 12, I've had some of their good stuff before. I think I've had this on tap before, one place or another. I didn't see it on my untapped list, but anyway, good beer. If you can find it, they made a lot of other really nice stuff. I had a ton of good lager at their spot. Had a nice black IPA over at the... I can't remember the name of the darn thing now. Wish I could remember the name of these places. It starts with an R, but it's not Rebel Hill. It's the other R place in Phoenixville. One of these days I'll figure it out. Rebel Hill had some nice beer too. Had a couple nice pale ales over there. And had a lager and a Keller, a Kolsch, and a Pilsner over at Stable 12. And had a IPA and a nice British ale over at the place I can never remember. Well, we'll find out next week when I put that beer on, because I'm saving the Rebel Hill beer for the last one. Mainly because it's the strongest one, and I'm thinking the weather may be a little not necessarily conducive for an 8.5% IPA, 8-ish% Imperial Russian Stout. So I'm putting that one off to the end. Anyway, so until next time, if you like all this random blathering about nothing in particular, please like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next one. And enjoy more beer. And I really need to get a new launcher. Get more subscribers. I'm gonna do a live one of these and get some money for a new lawn chair. Anyway.